everyone, this is Lord Shadrach speaking right here. I'm making this video in regard to that bastard Brian Laundrie. I just had a feeling that the second that Gabby Petito went missing, that it was a murder. I hate being right. I really do hate being right about this. Like many of you all out there, I was hoping that Gabby Petito would have been found alive. But sadly, as we all know, in these sorts of things, usually when the woman goes missing and the man's all running around, it's usually that the woman's dead. Now, of course, the opposite can be said if the man is missing and the woman's running around and what have you. But still, that's beside the point. The point I'm making is I had a feeling that Gabby Petito would be found dead. Now we gotta find out where this fucker Brian Laundrie is hiding at, what he's been doing, and bring his ass to justice. That is, if he hasn't killed himself already, or disappeared entirely. But I hope they find that fucker and bring him to justice. I mean, what was this guy thinking? What I think what was all going on, considering that Gabby Petito was like a YouTube star, I think he was all jealous of her. I think Brian Laundrie had some jealousy issues. Now, I'm no expert on this kind of thing, to tell you the truth, but I do know enough about YouTube. I do know enough about YouTube stardom and YouTube bloggers and what have you. I know enough to know that when someone is very successful, there's bound to be jealousy. There's bound to be a level of envy. I speak from experience. As a blogger myself, a YouTube blogger, I know what I'm talking about. I've been on this site since 2008 on my current Lord Shadrach channel. This channel has been my longest channel so far. But I'm not here to talk about longevity. I'm here to talk about usually whenever there's a married couple and one of them is like a YouTube star or an Instagram star, there's bound to be jealousy. There's bound to be some form of envy right there. It's expected, you know, whether you're an Instagram influencer or a YouTube blogger, a famous YouTube blogger, there's bound to be some level of resentment because one of the spouses is getting all the attention in the world and the other one's like being left in the cold. So I think that's why Brian Laundrie murdered her. That's why that's what was going on. He was jealous of her. So basically, it was a move of jealousy, and I think the reason we can't find him is that he's hiding from authorities or he went somewhere and killed himself and we don't know where he's at. And that's just what's going on. Now, I mean, it could be something else entirely, but that's what we're going on. Now, I'm looking, of course, you know, seeing about her YouTube channel and everything. I'm looking at my television screen right here. That's just the thing, you know. What's going on here, you know. I didn't even know about this person until lately. I think there's something going on here because I think something's not kosher here. Now, that's just insanity, that this guy would do such a thing. I mean, I think that was the reason for the road trip, was to cover up this fact that he was going to kill her, and then, you know, try and, you know, avoid capture. Now, another thing I'm going to address is all these idiots that want to talk about missing white woman syndrome. Gabby Petito being white has nothing to do with this. The reason that Gabby Petito is getting a lot of attention is that she is a YouTube blogger. I am quite certain that regardless of if she was of any other race, I'm quite certain she would have amassed the same amount of attention even if she was white. It's because she's a YouTube blogger. It has nothing to do with her being white. So stop making it about race. Regardless of anything, anybody that goes missing, regardless of race, is very tragic. The way I see it, those who complain about Gabby Petito being white, those individuals are just trying to detract from what's going on. Now, of course, I understand persons of color do go missing all the time, but still, in this case, the people that are running their mouths really don't need to be running their mouths right now about that. It has nothing to do with race. It has more to do with her being, Gabby Petito, being a YouTube star. So, anyways, I understand a lot of people are upset about this as much as I am. And now that we found her body, or rather I should say now the authorities have found her body, all that's left is to find Brian Laundrie and take his ass to the cleaners. Well, anyways, this is Lord Shadrach speaking, and I would advise anybody to please keep the comments on topic. I'm not one to delete comments, but in this video I will delete any comments that are off kilter or any comments that are distracting and off topic. Anyways, keep watching the news, everybody. We may find out a lot more.